what we're going to help you to build on LinkedIn, it doesn't have to stay there. Build it for LinkedIn, and you can use it for TikTok, you can use it for Facebook, you can use it for Instagram, you can use it everywhere. I'm going to show you, we're going to build it first for LinkedIn, and we can repurpose it to go to all the other channels. Welcome to the Who You Know Show, where what you know is important, but who you know can make all the difference in your wealth, health, business, career, your relationships, and definitely in your life. And we're here to help you to level up, get noticed, and connect to your next opportunity. So in today's episode, we're going to be diving into how you can combine AI tools with the real human connection to create a personal brand that really stands out in a crowded digital job market, man. We all know about that. It's so crowded out there. So we're not just talking about how you can optimize your resume and stuff like that using AI. No. On this episode, we're going to talk about building an ecosystem of visibility that can overcome age bias. It can help you to spark conversations. It can help lead to real opportunities. So if you're ready, let's rock, let's roll, let's go. All right, so seriously, look, you're not just a job seeker, guys. This is what I want you to understand. You're not just a job seeker. You are a brand, okay? And in today's digital world, visibility wins. We talk all about that, right? If nobody knows you, nobody flows you, okay? And best known beats best. Okay, and we need you to be the most best-known expert there is out there.
Without burning out.
Okay? And so we're going to talk all about how to do this using AI. I'm going to show you how to create a repeatable system that's just going to allow you to position yourself as the expert and build authority. Again, allowing you to do this at scale without burning out. To turn content into conversations that are going to convert into cash flow in your career, okay? I'm going to show you how to open doors. I'm going to show you how to get consulting gigs, spark invitations for speaking, things like that, all right? You're going to get inbound leads from this for all kinds of things. And most of all, for my audience out there, 50 plus, okay, we know what you're dealing with. I'm going to show you how to overcome age discrimination in this world where it's pretty rampant. I'm going to tell you, we see it all the time. And you're going to show up modern. You're going to show up relevant, and you're going to be ready to lead, okay? So if you're ready for this, let's rock, let's roll, let's go. It starts with my 7 C's to careers and cash flow. That's where it starts, okay? Consistent content creates conversations that convert into careers and cash flow. So that's the framework, but let's break it down. You know, consistency, showing up regularly to build trust, right? We need to show up. Repetition equals recognition, right? And what I want to do today is build you a machine, a process, a system that can ultimately bring you omnipresence where you're all over on every channel, not just LinkedIn, but you're everywhere. They can't get away from you, right? And it's going to create interest.
That happens to me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm like, man, there's Trevor again? Wow.
You're like, block. Unfollow this fool. Yeah.
No, but I mean it. I mean, that you've cracked that code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's what's so cool about what I'm going to share with you guys is that what we're going to help you to build on LinkedIn, it doesn't have to stay there. Build it for LinkedIn, and you can use it for TikTok, you can use it for Facebook, you can use it for Instagram, you can use it everywhere, okay? I'm going to show you, we're going to build it first for LinkedIn, and we can repurpose it to go to all the other channels. All right. So again, the first step of this process, again, the 7 C's, is consistency. You got to show up regularly. So I'm not just going to show you how to create one piece of content, you know, do it here and there. Like that would be, I always use the analogy of going to the gym for 8 hours in a day. Like if you went to the gym
one time
and you're like, I'm going to lose weight.
Gonna get after it today.
Heck yeah, I'm gonna get in there. And you're there for 8 hours. Like, you probably are gonna injure yourself and you're never gonna go back. Right? It's the easiest way to ensure that you don't lose weight is to go in there and do 8 hours in a day. Because you'll injure yourself. You're gonna be so sore, you'll never go back. So don't do that. We need consistency, small wins over time, every day, daily, right? I do recommend posting once a day. You gotta. It's like if you're going to go and you want to win the lottery, you gotta play. You gotta play it, right? Or if you go into the casino and you put just one quarter in the machine. Like, no, you got to play. You got to put another quarter, another quarter, another quarter, another quarter, another quarter. And one day, it's ding, 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 ding. You're going to hit the jackpot. You're going to have a viral post. I just had one go viral. I hadn't had one go viral in a while. It'd probably been like, I don't know, 6 months to a year, somewhere in there before I had a viral post. I got to do consistently every day. Bam, bam, bam. And in sure enough, one's going to hit. One's going to crack off. Okay? Mm-hmm. We're not looking for the viral, though. That's not why we're doing it. I'm not doing consistent because I want viral. No, I'll take the consistent viewership every day over that one jackpot hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Singles and doubles.
That's right. So, yeah, consistency is number one. That's the key. And I'm going to show you how to do that without burning out. Because a lot of people are like, man, how can I do that? How can I post every day? I got to post every day? I post every day? How can I do that? It's so easy, guys. I'm going to show you how to do it today using AI. All right? And we also, your content needs to be multiple different types of content. We don't just want one format. So what I'm going to show you how to do is to break it into different types of content. So we're going to have the format today. I'm going to show you how to create carousels. We're going to talk about how to create reels or clips, okay? These social clips like you're probably watching right now. You're going to be able to create newsletters, polls, quote images, like all types of different formats of content. I'm going to help you to do that. And this is going to drive conversations. Those conversations ultimately convert into an inbound lead where people take interest in you. They find you. They come to your profile. And they're going to convert into a conversation. And that conversation oftentimes leads to a job interview and your cash flow, okay? And don't be surprised if you get other opportunities that come your way too. Somebody wants to sponsor you, all kinds of things. Maybe somebody asks you to come on their podcast. All kinds of things happen.
Speak on stage.
Like, so many different things come from this, guys. So if you're ready to dive in, I want to go over some specific tools and ways that we can do this without burning out using AI. We want to use AI, guys, as a tool to help you be more efficient, to actually put you in the game, the human element. We want to put you in the game more often.
Right. Well, and, I know we're going to talk about this, but automation, right, and getting the repetitive steps off your plate. I mean, we're talking about that for me right now, right? Mm-hmm. Hiring an assistant doing that. So let's start with photo AI because actually that's new to me.
Yeah.
Right? And so we actually just did it for me. We had a bunch of puppies. Remember?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we had a bunch of puppies. But tell us about photo AI and, how you're using it, how you can use it in your content.
Yes. Okay. So there's a lot of different AI photo tools out there now where it'll create, images for you. And this is the best one that I've found. It is so good. So you basically are going to upload, go to Photo AI, and I think it was like $100 for like a year, and you got like 3,500 credits, which was insane. Basically 3,500 professional images, something to that. Don't quote me on that, but it was
a lot.
What more than you could it's an insane amount. I can't even tell you how many photos that you get.
Yeah, like think about how much you would pay a professional
photographer
for a headshot.
Oh,
And then
insane.
it's probably at least $100, 75 to $100. And now you got like 3,000 plus, whatever the number is.
Well, it's more than a professional photographer is going to charge you more than 75 for $100. There's a lot of people that won't leave the house for less than $100.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Let alone get all their camera equipment out. It's not worth their time. So yeah, they're going to charge you a lot more than that. And let's talk about that actually for a second, because this helps you to create high-end images, some of the best images, and they do look like you. I've used other ones before that were like, it was kind of like, no, these are you.
Well, and what was so incredible, and it's not just headshots, right? I mean, there was even animated, like moving.
Yeah, you can turn it
right,
into videos.
AI video, yeah, little GIFs or whatever.
Yeah, you can do lots of stuff with it. But okay, so let's unpack this for a second, because we're going to talk about how to use these photos in a second. But I really want to focus on the value, because Mark and I, we did just hire a professional photographer, which there is still a place for professional photographers, and I'll talk to that in a second. Shout out to Lene with Illuminated by Lene. She's amazing. She does a phenomenal work. She really does. We just hired her. But we went through this process because I wanted to have a bunch of professional photos taken of me. And I had to get, I wanted to make sure they didn't all look the same, because I did it once before and I was wearing the same jacket in every photo. And so everything just kind of looked the same, right? And so I brought like 5 different jackets, suit jackets. And first of all, the first day we were scheduled for her to come out,
Rainy.
it was windy.
Oh, that's right, windy.
Crazy windy. And we were taking photos outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I knew my hair was going to be all over the place. It was not going to be good, okay? So I'm like, I had to call her up and reschedule, right? The second day, what happened? It was rain.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had to reschedule like 3 times. You were supposed to be there the third or fourth time. Whenever we actually finally did it, you couldn't be there for whatever reason. So you didn't even get yours.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't even able to get your shots, right? We had a great time. We went out there, took a bunch of photos all over the place, but I had to change.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when
And
you
they
think
look good.
they do, they're
look
amazing
good.
shots. But when you think about the overall user experience of that,
Yeah.
what
the
I had to,
logistics.
the logistics, what I had to do, right? And I only got a few, I got a few versus what this thing can do, and it will put you in all kinds of different outfits. I mean, it makes you look like a rock star.
Yes. Settings. Oh my gosh, like just incredible.
Sky's the limit. Literally.
The value. You would spend thousands and thousands of dollars to recreate those actual pictures.
Absolutely. I mean, as a matter of fact, their headline on the website, like their big, bold headline is fire your photographer. So for all my photographers out there, I love you.
Sorry.
But this is the way our world's going, guys. Which, let's talk about that for a second, just a moment. Guys, AI is potentially could take your job. If you think about that, make sure you are staying ahead of the curve, and positioning yourself in a place where you're irreplaceable. And there is a way to do it. Okay. Matter of fact, learn these tools, use these tools, be the person that knows these tools, and you will be valuable. I had a guy on another episode where I told him a specific problem I have. He told me a solution. And I was like, man, that's amazing. So he solved the problem for me. That made him valuable, right? So anyways, my point is, if you're worried about, oh, my job's going to get lost by AI, that is a true reality. But that means you need to get ahead of it. You need to start learning and start using and start figuring out ways to make yourself more valuable. That's all that means.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, photo AI. Now, what do we do with this thing?
Yeah.
Well, we got these high-end now. You're going to look like a freaking model. You're going to look like $1 million. Okay, and it is you. Okay, now some people are gonna go, it's not me, it's fake. That's making me look whatever. No. I'm trying to tell you right now. When you see these photos, you're gonna be like, wow, you could not tell the difference. It just looks like you went and got extremely high. It looks like you just spent a lot of money on yourself.
Well, hold on. Let's face it too. If you hire a professional photographer, they're going to edit the photos,
right.
which is
Photoshop.
same.
Right. But what I'm saying is, yeah, to my point is like, it looks like you just spent a lot of money on yourself. You invested in yourself. And that is what this is, guys. This is an investment in yourself. You're spending $100. It's $100, and you're getting a bunch of high-end images. Right now, what do we do with that? You're like, oh, I'm just gonna post selfies. Actually, let me tell you something. Selfies perform extremely well. These photos perform extremely well on LinkedIn. They just do. But what we want to do is we want to take that to Canva, right? And we don't just want to post a selfie, but we want to put it with a caption. We want to put like a quote with it, right? And this quote, I'm going to talk to you about how we can get these quotes, because you want to quote yourself. You don't necessarily want to quote someone else. You know, like I'm trying to think of a famous person quote, but you know, you guys see those out there. You see quotes from Warren Buffett and quotes from, just all these different,
Thought leaders, yeah.
Yeah, thought leaders. You need to quote yourself. Be your own thought leader, right? And talk about the things that you do and the problems that you solve, okay? So I'm going to show you how we do that here in a minute, but that's what we do. We're going to take that image over to Canva, and we're going to throw a quote over on top of it, and we're going to post it with a caption that drives engagement, okay? So that's one piece of content, but I'm going to tell you, photoai.com, amazing.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing. Game changer, for real.
Yep. Next up.
Go ahead.
Ready for next up?
Yeah.
All right. So we got EasyGen.io,
Yes.
right? And using that with magnetic LinkedIn captions.
Well, that's what it is.
Right.
So EasyGen.io, basically what this tool does is if you go to ChatGPT or you're using these tools to create your caption, the words to your post, well, it's going to create it in big text blocks, okay? What this tool does is it optimizes it for LinkedIn, breaks it up like line by line. It's going to have a scroll stopping like hook. It's going to have a hook on it that really, because the first two lines really matter. If you look at a LinkedIn post, you have the first line, there's a line break, the second line, and then there's that see more button, okay, that pulls the rest of the post in, right? So it's going to like have a hook and like a catchy line to get them to press see more, and then it's going to break it out, and it's going to follow a sequence that is proven, optimized to help people actually digest your content. Again, people scan. They're not reading like a whole book here. Remember, you're in the news feed. People are in this like boom, boom, boom. So it takes it and really breaks it down into a very digestible way of reading it.
Well, I think the important piece is like you said, it's optimized for the
LinkedIn
platform.
Yes.
Right? So the algorithm is actually going to grab a hold of that.
Correct.
And help you, right, get it pumped out further.
Absolutely. I like this tool a lot.
That's key.
I like it a lot. It really helps. So I have a copywriter, okay? I have someone that does this. They essentially will take I'm going to break this down for you guys. So you wonder, like, how do I create so much content? But for me, when I do this podcast, okay, I'm going to do this podcast. We're going to have a conversation on camera, okay? They're going to then take the transcription of this conversation, okay, the word-for-word transcription, and they're going to throw it into, like, ChatGPT to break out the points. And then now we're going to take those points and we're going to put it into HeyGen. I'm sorry, not HeyGen, EasyGen.io to format it into captions that are formatted for LinkedIn specifically. But they're still my words, right? It's my words, my thoughts, my actions. Like, I did it on video first. Mm-hmm. So the format is always video first, guys. Video first is how you're going to build the content machine. So that actually goes into our next tool, which is Riverside.
Right.
right? Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, to your point, the video, right, can always then be descripted as well.
Well,
So,
just descript. Go ahead.
but I guess what I'm saying is, whatever you want to do, if you're doing it in video, you can actually get other assets from that.
Correct.
Right? I guess is the point. Yeah.
Yeah. Descript. When you were saying descripted is just another tool.
Another tool, right?
But okay, so yes, video first, right? This is the big picture strategy, guys. You record a long form video. Okay, that long form video is the content engine. This is the foundation to the house that you're going to build on, because all of the words are there.
Mm-hmm.
Because we now have this gold mine called a transcription, and these AI tools like Riverside will extract the transcription word for word for word. So this exact conversation, timestamped, when Mark speaks, when I speak, it's timestamped, the entire transcription. And used to be that you would have to have someone go through this and like hand type this crap out. Like, AI has changed the game now that you have AI transcriptions. That wasn't a thing 5 years ago.
Right.
If you wanted a transcription of a video, you couldn't just put it into an AI tool. You had to, word for word, someone had to watch that video and type it up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a game changer. AI transcriptions, huge, because then you can take that transcription, you can tell ChatGPT, hey, extract the quotes. It will pull out the highest impact quotes. Extract the viral quotes from this. What do you do with those quotes? Well, we talked about the photo AI. Take it to Canva. Put that quote, right?
Can you go back then to Easy Gen IO?
Well, you can. You can take that over there to that creates your caption.
Yeah.
But right now I'm talking about using the transcription to create the assets. So we want to create, with Riverside has the transcription built in. So guys, let me tell you what Riverside is. Riverside essentially was built for podcasters.
It's a streaming service, right?
It's a streaming service. They did go streaming. It was originally not a streaming service. It was originally for podcasting, for virtual podcasting. Okay. Not this type of podcasting where we have multiple cameras and we're in a live studio. It was meant for virtual podcasting. Essentially, think of this as like a high-end Zoom account. Okay?
Right, okay.
High-end Zoom that gives you the absolute best quality audio, video when you are doing a remote interview. You ever been on, Zoom and like when there's a hot mic and it like cuts the audio in and out?
Right, yeah,
right?
Two people talking at the same time.
Yep. Yeah. Zoom has really poor quality audio. It really does. The video is not the best quality.
Right.
So, with Riverside, it records natively on your computer. So my audio, my video will be recorded on my computer. Their video will be recorded on their computer. And then once the recording's over, it sends it over, and then it puts it all together. So you actually get separate audio files, you get separate video files, and then it puts it all together. The AI does that. So you actually get the highest quality audio video, number one. Okay. Number two, the AI will then do this thing called magic clips. Okay. And there's actually a lot of other tools out there that do this now, but it will clip it for social media. So it'll take that long form video and then chop it up into a bunch of pieces, like 10 different videos. These are what you use for your reels.
Yep.
This is what you
shorts.
use for the shorts. LinkedIn now has a video news feed, so you can post that all over the place, right? So let's say you do an hour-long conversation on video. There's probably 15 clips in there, right? And it does auto captions. It will caption it, pull out the ums and the ahs and all that stuff. Like it does. There's the AI that's built in will do so much of the editing for you. You don't really have to do any editing with this tool. Like there's no video editing for you. You're just going to click a couple buttons. Like I want to polish my audio, and it will literally master the audio for you. I want captions. Boop, push the button.
Yep.
I want to remove the ums. Boop, remove the ums. All right. And let's just say you wanted to take some words out. Like let's just say you didn't like that you said something in the video. You can actually edit it like a Word document, you would just highlight the words that you don't like,
Yep.
hit delete, boom, it pulls it out. So very, very cool tool. And the real power, though, I'm going to tell you, is once you grab the transcription that's inside of Riverside. The transcription is the gold. Because I can take that over to ChatGPT and I can have it write me a newsletter based off this conversation. So when we finish this episode, there will be a newsletter that comes out on LinkedIn, okay? I'm going to have a newsletter that comes out. Did I write that newsletter? Heck no, I didn't write that newsletter. I took this conversation, extracted the transcription, ChatGPT writes a newsletter for me based off of what we're talking about, and it will be exactly about what we're talking about. I mean, it'll be amazing. It'll be about this conversation right now, right? I didn't have to do that. ChatGPT did that for me. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many of you, especially job seekers, right? How many of you have time to write a newsletter?
Right. Oh, by the way, it will be in my voice.
Yeah.
Why is it in my voice? Because it is my voice. See, this is how we're actually putting the human element into AI.
Back in.
Right? We're putting it into AI.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Because it starts with video first. You have to use your voice first, right? Because if I just went to LinkedIn and said, hey, write me a newsletter about this. No. If I have the conversation first, then tell ChatGPT to write me it's going to be in my voice, in my thoughts, what I said.
Well, let's talk about your voice.
Yeah.
Right? Because this next one is cool. You mentioned it already. You brought it up already. Yeah. But Hey Jen.
Yeah.
Right? Hey Jen. So this one is
game changer.
A little frightening even, right?
It's getting better too, y'all.
And frightening in a good way. I mean, like, it is just incredible what it can already do.
Yeah, and I'm starting to see it more and more and more. I'm watching, and you could still tell,
a little
but
bit, yeah.
Man, they're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hey Jen creates a video avatar. So you literally clone yourself, right? And here's what I want you to do, guys. It's real simple. You need to go find a place that you can get high quality video. I want you to get a video like in this studio. It's high quality video. Don't just go in front of your laptop at home or whatever.
Yeah, like 4K camera, right?
Not even just that. I want you to think about, where are we at? What do we have in here that makes this high quality video? Well, we do have a 4K camera.
Yeah, setting,
lighting, imagery, background.
Yep.
We got the skylight over here.
High quality.
Like high quality video. Go get in a studio somewhere, okay? But you don't need to go like book studio time. Can you get in a place that is studio quality, high quality video for 5 minutes? Can you get in there for 5 minutes? Right? Because what we're going to do with that 5 minutes is I'm going to clone that thing. I can make as much video as I want. Okay? It's going to create a video avatar of you that you can create video after video after video after video after video.
If you need a tip, hold on, just a little sidebar. If you need a tip on like getting help doing that and you really don't know or have the resources, not everybody's going to have access to this, but if you go to a church, a lot of churches have production teams and high quality settings.
Oh, absolutely.
Just talk to your production team, like, and pay them a little side money or whatever, you know?
That is a great tip. That's a great tip. Like, I love that. Go to the church. They got studios. They are a studio. They're high end.
Yeah.
Right?
They got the cameras. They got all that. Like, and just,
put you on the stage.
Ask them if you can pay them a little bit to have somebody do a side job for you.
For 5 minutes. You just need 5 minutes of video, guys.
Yeah.
So you're not asking. It's not a big ask. You're saying, hey, I'm literally, tell them what you're doing. Tell them exactly what you're doing. I'm using this tool called Hey Jen. It does a video avatar, but I need like some high quality video for about 5 minutes. Is there any way we could get in the studio for like, and you could just record me for like 5 minutes? Like, I just need 5 minutes. Is that cool? Could we do that? I'll pay you some scratch or whatever we need to do to work this out.
Yep.
5 minutes. Find a podcaster.
Yeah.
Ask them if you can come into their studio just to observe or like just 5 minutes, guys, is all you need. Okay. And the reason why I say this is because, again, you're going to create this video avatar that now you can multiply over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay. A couple tips on this, though. It's not 100% perfect yet. So you can actually clone your voice too. And that's the part I'm not crazy about. Let me tell you something. The video looks amazing. When it clones you, it does a pretty dang good job. The audio, cloning your audio, still sounds a little robotic. Because when we talk, the inflection, the pauses, the ums,
the pitch, the timbre, the tone.
There's actually imperfections
right
in the way people talk.
Yep.
Right? The speech patterns, all those different things. The passion when I get like crazy like this, you know, it comes out of nowhere. Like, where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Like the laughing and all that. Like, there's certain pieces that are just missing. That all of a sudden when you clone a video, you're like, okay, that's obviously fake.
So you can record your own voice though, right?
Yes, that's my point. So in order to really make this feel good, when you make videos and you're going to clone yourself, you clone the video, which is great, but then you're going to go get a script or whatever, video script you want to make, whatever you want to say, and record your actual real audio. And now you don't have to deliver it to a camera. You could just read it. You could just read your script, like, tell your story, whatever it is that you're doing. It will take your genuine real audio because you just recorded it, and now it will create the video and give, it. Now we're talking.
Yeah. So just because I'm not using HeyGen, haven't yet. I know, you've shown me it, but in kind of simple terms, you record yourself. It creates a digital version of you, like an avatar. I think back to like Max Headroom. Remember that dude?
No.
Back in the 80s? No, Max. Okay. So he was this like digital kind of guy. But basically there's you digitally, and then you record your audio, and it puts your audio to that digital version of you who will speak that in the video.
Yeah, and it will be...
It's basically you. It looks
exactly
like you.
It's just like you. I mean, it's amazing. So highly encourage that. I would also say another part, remember we were talking about what makes high quality video?
Right.
Okay. Well, in this example, we've got multiple camera angles, right? We've got a wide shot. We've got a close-up. We've got multiple camera angles. That also makes for a high quality video. So
right.
So with this tool, you can actually have different camera angles, right? So just something to think about, because if there are imperfections in the video, you can cut to a different version, right? You're cutting, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
To cut out the imperfection to go to a different
so like if
camera
there's
angle.
a little, maybe like a little hiccup on the sync with like your visual
Of your
mouse,
lips.
right, to the audio, you just cut that to a different
angle.
Yeah.
Right? Side shot.
Yep.
Right? Like,
okay.
So that was one of the ways that I think it, if you do that, you're going to remove some more imperfections. But again, the tool is not perfect, guys, at this point. I want you to know it's not perfect, but golly, it's so freaking close. This thing is like, it excites me. You see me getting excited?
Yep. It's scary. Like I said, it's scary, exciting.
The reason why I'm so excited about it is because, like, we spend a lot of money coming into studios and things like that. You could create courses with this. You could, there's just, the sky's the limit. For job seekers, let me tell you what you could do. Here's a few things you could do with this. Like, what am I going to do with this? Well, here's what you do. Video resume. Video introductions. Like introducing somebody. Maybe you make a series of, different career insights in your industry, right? Personalized recruiter outreach, right? Reaching out, it's personalized just to them, right? And again, think about that. You're sending them a video personalized to them, to that recruiter, of you in a high-end studio. They're like, dang. Like,
yeah, this is like highfalutin.
Dang, this person is like doing a dang thing. I need to pay attention here. Okay, who's this person, right? Your LinkedIn post, your content, just posting something on LinkedIn.
I think that's important because consciously or subconsciously, like, they see that in a high quality setting done at a high professional level. And I mean, I think it's in part to like, man, this is going to be a great brand ambassador.
Yeah. This is someone who knows what they're doing. And you know what? Even if, here's the catcher. I already know some people are going to think this thought. Well, what if they figure out it's AI and it's not me? You know what I'm thinking as a leader? I'm impressed by that. Wow, you did that? You cloned yourself on video?
Innovative.
Wow.
Yep.
Holy smokes.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. If they think negatively about it, you don't want to work for them. They're not innovative. That company's probably going under anyways. That's a dinosaur company. You don't want to work for them.
Yeah, it's Blockbuster.
Yeah, that's that doo-doo. Okay, you don't want that. So, okay, there's a million use cases for video, guys. You already know this. Video is the way to go. Thinking about cloning yourself, I mean, it's just amazing. So, guys, check out Hey Jen. That
Hey,
thing
Jen.
is the bomb. Diggity.com.
Yep. All right. This is something that I know is available in other different kinds of platforms as well, but LinkedIn specific. Getting some things set and scheduled.
Yeah.
Right? Like you got all this stuff, right? And maybe you got a backlog. Maybe you got like this portfolio of stuff that's ready to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What do you do with it?
Well, that's the point. Number one is to create all these assets using AI. You've got now a batch of content that, like, guys, I could never run out of content. I got so much. Why? Because I do this podcast, and through this podcast, through this process I just told you, it creates a machine of content. Like I have too much.
Hundreds of from one episode.
Yeah, it's just so much. So yeah, now you've got this, like, all this content, right? Well, do I just want to every day post something and I'm like doing it every single day, every day? No. Go schedule out your month. Schedule out a month at a time. LinkedIn has its own scheduling tool that I would recommend that you do. Don't use
third party
because their algorithms don't like it, and none of them do. Facebook doesn't like it. I would say the only one that doesn't care, like YouTube, doesn't care. But they're not really technically social media. But your social media, guys, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your TikTok, Twitter, they don't like scheduling third-party tools.
Yeah.
Like Hootsuite and things like that. They're not crazy about that.
Hearsay.
Yeah. That hearsay. What a joke. Anyways. You don't want that joke, okay? But yeah, use the native scheduling tools. A lot of the platforms have built their own scheduling tools. What does that tell you? LinkedIn spent money to develop its own scheduling tool. Don't use Hootsuite.
Well, in number one,
right?
that's
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, number one, they're not going to ding you for using it.
Correct.
Right? Their own tool, they're not going to ding you for using it.
And they will ding you for using someone else's because they spent money and resources to build their own.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yep.
Like, it's kind of like when you go to the ballpark and you're trying to bring in drinks, and they're like, no, you can throw those away because you got to buy our drinks.
Yeah.
We want you to buy our drinks.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Like trying to sneak food into the movie theater.
Exactly. They're like, nah, bruh. If they catch you, they're like,
Yeah.
You ever been caught?
No.
I ain't never been caught either, but I did that. You did that.
I have.
You know, we all did that. Come on, son.
I brought some M&Ms in.
Hey, if you've snuck food into the movie theater, let me hear you down in the comments. I need to know. Okay? I need to know what it was. Okay? And let's rock, let's roll, let's go. All right, let's talk about some more. There's some more tools out there.
Restream. Ooh, Restream. Yeah, I like Restream.
Restream is a live streaming tool specifically built for live streaming. You don't have to live stream it, but that's what it was built for.
Right.
So,
well, it's kind of like Riverside, the opposite, right? It was built for streaming, but
correct.
Now you can record.
Correct.
Right?
So exactly. Restream was built for recording. Later, they added on live streaming. This was built for live streaming, and you don't have to, but you can just record with it too.
Yep.
The live streaming part, there's some really cool benefits here. So number one, LinkedIn really does like live streams. And when you're live streaming too, you have to think about, you really are putting yourself as an expert. Like,
Yeah, because you're on the fly.
you're on the fly.
It's no polishing, no editing,
Yep.
no cutting.
Pressure creates diamonds too. Okay, that extra pressure, I know it makes you nervous. Like, oh my gosh, no, just do it. Because let me tell you something. We just had an episode before this one, and we were interviewing a gentleman, and we're not live right now, by the way. This isn't being recorded live. The gentleman knew it that we were interviewing, and like halfway through the interview, he kind of stumbled and he messed up, and he was like, "Can we cut? Can we like do another take of that?" And I said, "No. There's no other takes." Right?
Right.
In life, when you're in a conversation in real life, do you do that? Is that a thing? Do you go time out? Can we stop this conversation? Can we No, you don't do that. You just keep going. Like, that's real. That's authentic. Live stream creates real, authentic, genuine, and that's what people are starving for.
Yeah, well, it's like watching Days of Our Lives, which is recorded, edited, cut, multiple takes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then you've got like, I don't know, like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette or whatever, right? It's like a real world
No, still
soap opera.
No, that's a bad example. That's a bad example.
Well,
both
that's
of
not
those,
even live. That's not even live.
Yeah, both of those are
What would
polished
be
and
live?
edits.
Yeah, so or live TV. Just anything on live TV, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't stop at that point.
Yeah,
if you mess up, you mess up. You just got to go.
You just got to go, and it creates. It definitely creates that pressure. Creates diamonds. You know what always impresses me? Do you know what really impresses me?
No.
The NFL.
Oh yeah, the NFL.
Watching
Oh yeah.
a football game.
Oh yeah.
That's a
All
live
the
stream.
angles and live, and then they got and then they cut to a commercial and they got the play from like 10 seconds ago already produced into this little sidebar or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying?
It is absolutely insane. They are the best live streamers.
Professional sports.
Not just professional sport, football, because they have the cameras that are going across the lines and stuff, you know what I mean? Across the field. Like, basketball's different. The other sports are different. Football has it is incredible. Those stadiums are built. Just look around next time at the cameras. Just watch the cameras that are inside there. The freaking NFL live streams are incredible. Anyway, they impress me.
Yep.
But Restream.io is, again, a live streaming platform. And one of the things that you can do is you can connect to other creators' channels. I'm going to say that again. Hold up. Let me explain why this is important. So, no longer is it about the size of your audience.
Right.
Okay?
Right. You can have 500 followers.
Yeah, let's say, you only got 500 folks. Okay, you're new to LinkedIn, you got 500 people. Cool. But I interview, we're about to have an interview with Trent Shelton. And if you don't know who Trent Shelton was, he was an NFL player, and now he's one of the world's best keynote speakers, and he's got millions and millions and millions of followers. I mean, he's got like 10 million followers or something like that, right? So let's just say I only have 500 followers, but I'm able to interview or have a conversation with someone that's got 10 million followers. All I got to do is get him to connect his channels. And if I'm interviewing him, why wouldn't he want to do that? It's about him.
Right.
Right?
Right.
He's going to want to share that anyway. So, again, it's a game changer for content because you can tap in now to someone else's audience. It's huge. I had Chris Doe on our show. I interviewed Chris Doe. We did that. And incredible. I think he has on his YouTube is like 2.5 million or something like that. And there was our live stream on his YouTube channel.
Yep.
Incredible. Like, wow. So his audience, his 2.5 million people got to see me, right? What does that do to increase your brand awareness?
Oh, it's huge.
Huge.
Game changer. Leveraging the relationship and who you know.
I love that. It's a way, okay, so it's a crossbreed. I love this. I never even thought about this. Of building your own stage, right? And leveraging someone else's stage, what they've built, right? Because normally it's one or the other. They either invite you onto their stage or you invite them onto your stage. This is a way to collaborate.
Bring the
stage to
stages
you.
together.
Bring them together.
Yep.
It's so impactful. Oh my gosh. Matter of fact, Instagram has done that very well. I wish LinkedIn, hey, if y'all are listening, LinkedIn, you need to take up this one. This one would be huge for you.
Yeah.
Is collaborator posts.
Well, and that's like on TikTok too, I think, right?
Yeah.
They do the
Collaborator posts.
yeah.
And you can do collaborator lives.
Yep.
Yep. Y'all need to do that. What's wrong with you, LinkedIn? Dang.
Well, speaking of LinkedIn, we got newsletters, right?
Yes.
I mean, you use that a lot.
Oh, LinkedIn newsletters is huge because when you set up a newsletter, it's different from an article. Okay, your newsletter actually will get emailed and will be in the inbox of your subscribers. Okay, and so here's how they do it. They actually will send out a notification when you set up that newsletter. Your very first publication, they send out a notification to all of your followers. Okay. I'm going to give you an example of how powerful this was. So, person I know, Shay Rowbottom, she has a very, very large following. I'm about to look it up here. I remember she's probably around 700,000, something like that. Hold on, I will tell you. Okay, 609,000 followers. That's a large following, right? Well, I remember she was like, the newsletter came out and I had already done it, and I was like telling her how amazing it was. I was like, you got to do this, because what happens is they send out a notification to all 600,000 people and ask them if they want to subscribe.
Right.
So, but the way that this happens is it comes in the way of, it almost looks like a LinkedIn
invite,
like a connection request. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's basically yes or no. Right? They have to click yes or no. So that's a 50-50, right? What we were finding was like, I don't know, let's just look at her newsletter real quick. Her newsletter, out of that, she has 200,000 subscribers out of 600 followers, right? So what is that? 30%.
Yeah, 33%.
Yeah, 33%, right? So 33% of whatever you're following are going to subscribe. How amazing. That's huge. So now she's got, and let me explain what this is. This is 200,000 emails. Now, she doesn't get the email list. Okay?
But they get her newsletter notification.
They get it in their inbox.
Yep.
It's not just a post on LinkedIn, guys. This is where a lot of people, a newsletter is just a post. No, it's not just a post. This is a post and an email directly to their inbox.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. It's a game changer.
So yeah, and I notice that all the time. Like your newsletters, like, because I'm not on LinkedIn as much as I should be, but I always see the emails, right? Because we're on email.
Yep.
We're checking our email daily, and sometimes I'll forget to check my LinkedIn or whatever.
There you go. Think about that. Imagine how many people don't get on LinkedIn that often, like you're saying. They're not there that often, but you do a weekly newsletter. They're getting your emails. Mm-hmm. They're getting that weekly newsletter. They subscribe to it.
How frequently? Weekly?
Well, you could do weekly, you could do bi-weekly, you could do monthly. There's different frequencies in there.
What do you suggest? I mean, like maybe job seeker wise?
Whatever you can do consistently.
Okay.
I would say if weekly burns you out and you stop, then don't do weekly, right? Whatever you can do consistently, I think, is the way to go. And I would say we do a frequency of weekly because we typically will drop a weekly episode of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So every week you've got an episode dropping, which drops a newsletter, drops a whole bunch of other content to go with it.
Yep.
Right?
I'm going to argue for weekly.
Okay, go for it.
Because earlier on, we already talked about it. It's being done for you.
Right.
You ain't writing it, and you're job seeking. Like, that's your job.
And you ain't doing it. You have a ghostwriter. Okay.
Yeah, you got a ghostwriter.
Here's what I want to say. This episode is really a masterclass, and let me explain why. I just showed you in all of these different ways, okay, how you have a professional copywriter. Do you know what it would cost you back in the day to have a professional copywriter to write for you? You now have a professional copywriter. You now have a professional photographer, the best photographer in the world. I just showed you how to get literally the best photographer on the planet.
You can replace yourself from having to record a video of yourself.
Correct. You now have the best videographer in the world. You have the best videographer. You have the best photographer. You have the best copywriter. Like,
you got the best streaming service.
Bam. You got it all.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is how you create content consistently. It does start, guys. I want to just frame this up again. I can't say this enough. Video first. Video first. Video first. Video first. Okay. Create a long form video. Now, people are like, well, what do I talk about? I get that one all the time. I don't know what to say.
What do you do for work?
I don't know what to talk about on camera. Go to your copywriter. Okay, go to ChatGPT and say,
here's what I do.
I want to create I use this language all the time. Like, this is how we created this formula right here so we could have this conversation. I want to create a solo podcast episode around this topic, right? Please create me show notes and a framework and some talking points to have the conversation. ChatGPT is going to go, and it's going to give you some show notes.
Yep, we've done that on our financial content.
Yeah, we do that with everything. Like, this episode, I framed it up with the different tools and everything like that. Like, I didn't write these show notes. I didn't write this. But guess what? I'm talking about it. These are my thoughts. Okay?
These are the topics that we wanted to present.
This is the topics we want to present. And the format. Anyways, what I'm saying, guys, is you have the best copywriter in the world. I remember years ago when I went and did an interview with David Meltzer. And he did 12, he did 8.
All day, right?
Yep. He did 8 interviews back to back. And all they did was he had a team and somebody would put in front of him notes for this guest, notes for this guest, notes for this guest, right? And he would just look over them real quick. Okay, good. Boom, right? Straight into the interview, and he would go. But did he write all those notes? Did he take time and research every one of those guests? No, they were just like, somebody else did it. They handed it to him. That's what this is, guys. You have a copywriter, somebody that's going to put the notes in front of you. All you got to do is deliver it on camera, have a conversation, and now, again, video first. We're going to take that transcription, and it's going to create newsletters, polls, clips, news articles, everything you need to build your content machine so that you can drive inbound leads to your profile, position yourself as the authority, and convert it into a career or an opportunity. So, guys, I'm going to tell you, this strategy especially works for people over 50. Let me tell you why. Ageism is real, guys, but perception is programmable. All right? Perception is programmable. And when you show up in a modern content, when you use the tools that younger people are using, right? When your brand is clear and it's helpful, it's visible, right? You're going to flip the narrative from, is this guy relevant?
Well, it's kind of like your point about if they can tell, right? If it's AI or whatever generated, and the employer being impressed.
It's exactly what I'm saying.
Yep.
They're going to be thinking, like, if you're not using this and you're an old dusty, crusty, musty, like your profile, and you're not posting anything, that's what Caleb used to say, that dusty, crusty, musty. Like, it's what the younger generation would say, okay? And you're not relevant.
Well,
that's what that means. You're not relevant.
The other side of it
crusty, dusty, musty.
is that if you're not using these tools, you're not ever going to get most of this done, right? If you're more senior, right? You're a little longer in the tooth, however you want to phrase that, right? Over 50, and you're dealing with ageism, and you're not using these tools, you're not getting the content out.
Yeah,
not efficiently.
No, you're going to spend a lot of time, too much time. Guys,
Yep.
don't
Or
do
you
that.
wouldn't even do it. You wouldn't even start because you don't know where to start.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. All right, so your call to action for this episode, guys, all right, what I want you to do is I want you to create one quote image using Canva, okay? Just one. All right. I'm not asking you to do 1,000 of these things like I do. Just one. All right. I want you to write one optimized post, right, using Easy Gen. So you're going to basically have that caption that quote graphic in Canva, and your caption that goes above it is going to be written using Easy Gen. I want you to host a conversation. It could be a solo conversation where you're delivering on a topic, or it could be interview style, or having a back and forth like me and Mark are doing, but you're going to create a long form video, guys, using Riverside. And that is going to help you to launch your newsletter and do all the other things. Okay? So that is your call to action for this week. And guys, if you want to go deeper on this stuff, I teach this. I teach these strategies. I can go hands-on. I know when you're watching the podcast and all of that, it's kind of hard to really see. You want to see, touch, and feel what I'm talking about. If you see it firsthand, you'll really understand. Okay? So come join my Career Transition Summit. And that's where I'm going to show you step by step, guys, how to rebuild your brand, okay, how to reclaim your confidence, reignite your career strategy. And we're going to show you how to use and harness AI to become undeniably visible in today's job market, guys. So one last question for the audience before we wrap this up and land the plane. If someone viewed your LinkedIn today, would they feel your value? Would they be able to just undeniably see it and feel it and know it and trust it and like it? Right? If not, why not? All right, guys. That's the show.
It's all about
who ya know. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Who You Know Show podcast. My name is Trevor Houston, and if you've enjoyed this episode, consider subscribing wherever you listen and leave us a positive review to help us keep the mics on in the studio. Until next week, that's the show. It's all about who you know.